He had no idea. He had no idea what you're going through.
When I was, to use a psychological term, ideating, when I was thinking about it and planning my suicide, driving off the cliff, so to speak, um, I told my wife that night. She'd known something was wrong.
Mhm.
She'd known the world was black. And that night I told her, I said, listen, I've got some really dark thoughts going on. And if something doesn't change in the next 14 days, you need to get me help. That was obviously really unkind of me to heap that on her. However, depression, it was just suffering, all that is distorted thinking. And I couldn't think straight. And the one thing I did know is that I was going to do something stupid if I didn't get help. And so I told her that. And I was on the far side of my field and I saw this black car pull up and stop on my driveway. And I recognized it as one of my clients. He was one of the book publishers that I worked for. And he jumped out and he's got a bag in his hand from a local bookstore. And, so I shut off the mower and kind of dust off because, I covered in dust. Walk over, hi, Jim. And he said, I was going up to see my mom in Louisville and I knew it'd be passing through Broomfield. And something just told me I need you to give you this book. So I just stopped and I bought it. Here you go. He got in his car and he left.
And he had no idea. He had no idea what you're going through. Zero.
He had no idea. He just handed
Yeah,
it.
goosebumps.
And so I didn't even look at the book. I just walked up and threw it on, the table on our back patio under the covering. I went back and I mowed the dust. And so an hour and a half later, I finished mowing and now, I'm caked in this stuff. And
Mhm.
I go up there and I sit in the back patio and I drop the book out and the book is called Awareness. And it's by Anthony DeMello. And I recognize that name just as a spiritual teacher I'd heard about.
Mhm.
I was unfamiliar with all his material. Just knew the name. And I opened it up and it might even be on the first page or it's on the first 1 or 2 or 3 pages. Anthony says, face it, people, you don't want happiness. You just want relief from the pain. And that about knocked me over.